Everybody. Hey, this is the first of 3 videos for today. Um, the first thing I want to mention that's not written on the screen is a new postulate called the ruler postulate. On the ruler postulate says is that you can take a ruler like I don't know, pen or an actual ruler, and you can assign numbers to various places on that ruler. That's all it says. Not a big deal. But what that allows us to do is to find the distance between any 2 points on a number line. Now you might say, hey, it's easy for me to find distance between two numbers. I can just do it in my head. But it's not always easy for a lot of people, especially when you involve negative numbers or even zero. So I want to show you a unique way that this textbook and geometry has students find the distance between 2 points. Here's the definition. It says the distance between 2 points is the absolute value of the difference of the coordinates. Now, that sounds pretty complex for just finding the distance between two numbers, but it actually is the same thing that you do every time, and you'll never make a mistake if you do it the same way. Okay, and here's what I mean. So here we have 3 and 11. So here's what you do. I'm going to find the distance between those 2 points. I'll call this point A and call this point B. And so we want to find AB. And remember in class yesterday, we said that when you write two letters right next to each other with no symbol above it, it means the distance from A to B. So the distance from A to B is equal to the absolute value. And if you have forgotten, these are the absolute value symbols. The word difference up here means subtraction. And so now it's the absolute value of the difference between the two coordinates. I'm going to put 11 here and I'm going to put 3 here. But it doesn't matter if you flip those coordinates around. It doesn't matter. You get the same answer. I'm going to show you why. So inside of the absolute values work just like parentheses. 11 minus 3 is 8. Absolute value of 8. Since it's already positive, it stays positive. And AB is equal to 8. If I did this one over here, 3 minus 11 is a negative 8. Absolute value of a negative number, you make it positive, and so that's equal to 8. You get the same answer. So it doesn't matter where you put the coordinates. Just remember, absolute value of the difference. Let's try it on number 2. So on number 2, absolute value of the difference, I'm going to call this point C and this one point D. So CD is equal to, I'll put the negative 5 here, and I'll put the 12 there. Okay, negative 5 minus 12 gives me a negative 17. Absolute value of negative 17 is equal to 17. Now, I hope you trust me. I could have done this 12 minus a minus 5. And remember, when you have minus and minus, you make it a plus. 12 plus 5 is equal to 17. Absolute value of 17 is just plain old 17. Do not feel like you have to do it both ways, but you can do it both ways if you want to check. Here's our last one. Let's call this E, and I'll call this F. Absolute value of the difference between the two coordinates, and I'll call negative 8 minus a minus 17. Minus a minus makes it a plus. Negative 8 plus 17 is equal to 9. And then I get EF is equal to 9. If you want to check that, do it the other way, you're welcome to do that. If you take my word for it, the answer I'm certain is correct. Thanks for listening.